Hello, everyone, and welcome to vlog number 5 of Mass Effect Revolution.
Yay! First of all, thank
Exciting.
you again, Jesse, for joining us as a guest.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It was so great.
It was super awesome to have Akara in this session. It was super awesome to see her.
I was worried for like a while that we're gonna end up getting killed by accident. So I was like, "Oh, okay, then I guess we can't promise first season staff safety." So
I was just rolling trash, and I'm like, "Come on, dice."
It was kind of a roller coaster over there because at first we were like, "Okay, we got this. We've got a little bit of trouble there. It's those rolls are hurting." And then our carrot gets there, and we're like, "Oh yes, we got help." And then it's like, "Oh wait, she believes them." It just kept going.
I love that with my dice luck as well. I'm like, no, I totally believe them. It's fine. Everything is fine. These are the intruders.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't have to shoot Akara.
honestly,
Or kill Drac or Kesh. Though, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have minded killing Kesh, to be honest.
honestly, I was really tempted. Like, I thought I was gonna, because before Hark I came with the moment, I was gonna kill her, like very violently. So that's fine. Totally fine. Nothing bad happened at all.
Thanks for putting me on the spot, Hark. Just have a speech. Okay. Thank you.
You volunteered. You said anything I can do to help. So
You have a
they
point.
need somebody to stall.
Had a point.
Set yourself up for that one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I threw a meatball, and Hark was just like, and it's gone.
I also really like that. That's like the first moment I think Dia and Vito had with each other.
Yes.
Yeah, apart from the one time at the bar, that's like the first heart-to-heart moment. Even if it was short, it was really nice.
Mm-hmm. I think it was better that it was short. Partly because we wouldn't have much time with our car, which would be sad. and yeah, so I liked it. It was cute.
Yeah, the meeting didn't go too bad. With how nervous Vito was to meet our car again.
You were so nice to him.
Well, I think Arcara's had enough kids by now that she would recognize another kid being nervous. It's like,
That's kind of funny.
it's like,
Vito was really
oh,
done.
poor baby, so nervous. You did okay.
Oh,
It happens.
Okay, so also, meeting Otto and just everything with Nathan and Otto, it was so great. Just the fanboying.
I'm so sad you missed out on that, Jesse. I'm so sad.
It was.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
we killed them at some point. It's fine.
Had you actually killed Otto though, then I would have been really upset.
Honestly,
we thought we did.
Well, it's funny you said that.
First session, we were almost close to killing Chris.
No.
We were this close from killing him.
But I mean, everyone was close to die at some point. I almost died 3 times during that session.
That's why I wrote in like the chats on Discord, "Hey, no promises. We're probably gonna kill everyone you love."
Yeah, don't blame us. It's my role.
Make sure you keep like, oh, that's right. You need to roll for Zaid and for Grunt to see if they're alive. Go do that now.
Since we're on camera right now, just to say, I rolled so bad. I rolled so bad that
I really hope it's a natural one.
That to know if someone survived or not. Like next time that Astra was to ask if someone survived or not, I would roll to see if they survived.
Can we make that a thing, Park?
I roll 20.
Yep.
Yeah. So I believe that Astra asked me if Grunt was alive. So Kiwi, you should roll to see if Grunt is still alive in
And
this
I asked if
universe.
Zaid was still alive.
Let's
So now you got
see.
two
And
of
also
So Grunt and
Zaid.
Zaid. So the first
So-
one, the first one's going to be Grunt.
And now call high or low.
them. Too late.
Yeah, too late.
That roll's already- yeah,
Basically,
that
it's
roll
gonna
was
be the same. Like 1 and stuff is like pretty dead. So 17, I'm guessing Grunt made it.
Okay, Grunt made it. So
And-
you're trying to roll high, correct?
Yep.
And Zaid.
Okay, Zaid.
Roll
My old
D20, and Zaid
Oh, he's alive.
barely.
He's alive.
Yes.
Zaid is alive. Okay.
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 They're
Okay.
both
Oh, that-
still alive. I rolled good for once.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
Also-
I'm just happy my grumpy granddad is alive.
Oh, you mean Drac? Oh, wait a second. Hang on.
No.
Yeah, so Drac, if Arkara was already with you from the beginning, then Drac would have been in that fight at the beginning. But because Arkara is actually a level 15 character at this point. And Sir Kesh was a level 5 and Drac was a level 10. So a level 10 character would have been really interesting against a bunch of level 4s or 3s. Are you guys 3 or 4? I think you're 3. Yeah, a bunch of level 3s.
Oh, you beat
Well, I
me.
was this close to soloing Kesh on my own, so it's fine.
Also, Nathan was tearing face. Like, Jesus Christ.
That poor guy.
He did like more than 30 or 40 damage in one turn. It was stupid. Vanguards are scary in D&D 5e. They hurt.
I nearly died again. Got poisoned twice.
Okay.
Technically.
Sorry, I just need to do this. It's more comfy.
Just don't fall asleep again.
I promise not to.
And oh man, the reveal at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
what are
man.
your thoughts on the reveal at the end?
Check
That's
for
for-
pubic hair.
No.
You never know. He could be a late bloomer. Okay, guys.
Oh god. I have no idea where that come from. It's really, really awesome. I just can't wait to see. And technically, it's Kimmik's the only one who knows right now because he didn't tell Vito. So
He currently hasn't told anyone yet. Yes.
yeah, so I'm excited to see how Vito reacts because I have no idea how Vito will react to that. So.
I think it's Shepard's DNA. You know. I think it's Shepard.
I mean, we never know, but I'm really excited to see. Like, I have so many thoughts about this. I'm gonna probably like come up with like 15 theories about how exactly this is a thing.
You know what
But
I think the DNA inside Vito is Tim's.
Tim?
The elusive man.
That would be really gross on a whole new level.
Because Tim was like, hey, I want humans to live on in any way, shape, or form. So maybe he did that.
But wouldn't he be too racist to attempt this?
He doesn't mind using other species as long as it forwards his agenda. So maybe.
I'm super excited to see how this goes. Anyway, this is amazing.
What's her face's name? The girl from Andromeda who was his daughter?
Miranda? Wait, no, that's
No, from
from
Andromeda.
Andromeda.
She looked
Jeez,
like
I
she
can't
had
remember.
she was a butch lesbian, but actually wasn't.
Cora.
Cora, yeah,
Cora.
her. Wasn't she the elusive man's daughter?
I think she.
No, I don't think so. I think she
I don't
just
think
had
it
the same
was-
last name.
They have the
That's
same
why
last
people
name.
people were theorizing that she was before the game came out because
Right.
they have the same last name, but no.
It was never confirmed one way or another, I don't think.
Yeah, I think
and
it
I
was
think
just
people.
a coincidence.
You think it was coincidence? Okay.
Okay.
Because I mean, for something like that to not be mentioned at all, I honestly think it was just a coincidence because they would have mentioned something otherwise.
Well, Mass Effect Andromeda had stuff going on, so
I guess we'll find out sooner or later.
how are you feeling, Arcara?
This is interesting. I like it.
How do you-
Welcome back. I guess I should have said
Thank
that.
you. It's really weird to step back in the shoes of a character that you played like 2 years ago. So it's been really
3
weird.
years ago now.
Oh, it's 3. Oh my God, it's time.
2015 was when Mass Effect Season 1 was posted.
Well, it ended in 2016, I think.
You're
yeah.
making me feel old. Stop.
Well, I'm probably one of the old farts here, so it's fine.
I hate to be rude, but how old are you?
I'm 33.
You're still young. You're still fairly young.
I'm just over here like
Tell us
I'm
how
22.
I'm
18.
definitely the old fart. Yes, I'm the old fart here.
I just
I mean-
feel old. I'm old in my soul.
We need to rejuvenate that soul. We need to get you some like good soul music. Get you know.
Well, since I found my partner, everything's been going upwards. So
What
they've
about
told me
smells
I look 10 years younger. So you know.
Ooh.
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 I wanted to hear from Jesse if you could please regale everyone more about, as much as you can, about Arcara's mate and Arcara's children. Because I was planning on exploring that more today, but now we can find out more about it here at the blog. You can tell us.
I haven't fleshed out too much, but I think we figured out that she had like a couple dozen kids by now, over 10 years. So that's a lot of kids.
Arcara's a mom. That's pretty hot.
Arcara's very much a mom. The father of all her kids is actually Otto, because
Yes,
they
we were
struck
told
a
that.
deal to make sure that everything that the race proceeds, basically keeps going. Over the 10 years, Arcara has found new love. Finally gotten over poor Meridi. But yeah, she found new love in another female by the name of Chaka, who turned out to be infertile but very motherly, despite being outwardly very prickly.
Yeah.
So I plotted Chaka out to be like the sort of strong-willed and takes no bullshit type of person, but with the surprisingly nurturing kind that shows through when you get to know her, and with a wicked sense of humor. I kind of based her sort of a bit on my own partner in a way, because that's basically what they are. They are strong-willed and takes no bullshit, and they are sweet as heck.
You guys
Half
hear
expect-
the ring in the air? I hear that.
I half expect whoever it is just to walk up behind you, just go damn straight, and then keep walking.
If they still were in the apartment, then yes, they would have. Let me tell you. Damn fucking straight. But yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
was
we
kind
met
of pressed for
we
time,
met
so
our
I just decided to base Chaka a bit on my own partner, because they're awesome. So
She's also got a really long tail for a Grogan. That's something that I noticed in the art. Like her tail is really long. Maybe that's
yes,
just me though.
yes.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but Otto became a daddy.
Literally.
He did.
Literally.
Okay, don't judge me. Okay, don't judge me.
He's got those gray. He's
Hey,
got
he
those
was my
gray
favorite even
scales.
in season 1.
Like
He's got
now
those gray
he's
scales now, and you know.
yeah,
he's
and now he's like older, but he's still adorable. Aww.
He was my crush even in season 1. So
Yeah. I was surprised when he first eventually apparently Akara did. But I'm surprised no other person like went to own him. But oh well.
So I wanted to give a little bit of background information from season 1. because I feel I owe Jesse an apology. So the whole Meridi and Arcara thing, I think that was a miscommunication on my part when I was first planning. Not miscommunication. Underestimation is the best way to phrase it. It was an underestimation on my part when I was creating the story even before session 1 of season 1. So I had all of the NPCs figured out, with their backstory and their personalities and things. And again, before we even started playing, normally when I create NPCs, I try to make them available as much as possible to any character who pursued them. So I didn't want to define anyone's sexuality right off the bat. I would wanted to play out the scenes and see what happens, which is what I typically do. But the thing with Meridi and Drimmy, for that matter, I wanted to give them both something very specific that made them different from each other. And so I just arbitrarily, there was no rhyme or reason to this, I just arbitrarily wrote down in my notes, Meridi is interested in men, Drimmy is interested in women, because I wanted there to be some sort of difference. And so I decided that that's just what they were going to be. And so then in practice, Arcara started having feelings with Meridi, and I felt bad because I really would love for Arcara and Meridi to be a thing, because Jesse clearly seems to be interested, or at least Arcara seems to be interested, and I would like to provide that to Arcara. But I had already decided from the beginning that Meridi's unfortunately only interested in women. And so when that happened, I felt bad, but at the same time I thought, well, it's also realistic, because I've been in a situation many times where I'm interested in somebody, but I wouldn't be their type. And so it was a very tragic realization as a GM, because I could have probably just changed on the fly and decided that Meridi actually swings both ways, just the last minute. But I just felt I felt like that would be cheating a little bit. So I don't know. You could probably argue one way or another on whether or not it was the right call to stick with my original design or have it changed just because it seemed like Jesse was interested. I don't know what your thoughts were on that, Jesse. So I apologize to you if that was what you were going for.
That is perfectly fair on my end, because as you say, it makes perfect sense. And it makes sense for the character. It's just that it's a bit of a missed opportunity, but I mean, we could have probably gotten more out of it if Dreamy had actually survived. Poor guy.
But to be fair, that moment was probably the best one in the campaign, from what I remember. In my opinion, that was everyone was so blatantly shocked and just was not expecting it. That it was just beautiful.
It was such an emotional moment.
Yeah. And I think it gave the effect of that on Meridi herself was huge. I think it gave Meridi a lot more really interesting scenes to roleplay because of how this other part of her was gone all of a sudden. So I found that very interesting.
It was really rough on all of us, I think. Just when it happened, it was like,
because Druby was adorable. Okay, Druby was my favorite NPC.
Yeah, we all loved Drumy, and it was like, no,
you're taking away what I loved.
Well, if you look at it the other way, I would love to see what the campaign would have been like if Drumy survived but Talia did not. I'd like to see. That would be really interesting. What the difference is between.
I would be
how would Sepia be?
Eric. I want to get Eric in here and be like, Eric, how did things go?
Sepia would have gone full vengeful.
Yeah, I think Sepia would be very different, very very different.
Bitter and vengeful.
The cards are still up in the air because you don't know if Talia is going to live in this campaign. If we actually see, who knows if we end up seeing her again? So
I mean, Eric is literally the only one who's not in one of green or red, so we probably won't be seeing him, unfortunately.
We probably
Sad.
won't, but you never know.
Yeah.
Well, there could be a
Looking at you,
Talia in
Eric.
this universe we end up doing damage to.
Arkari, was there anything else that you wanted to share with everyone behind the scenes that's been going on with your character at all?
I think we've shared most of it. I mean, we got to see a bit of Brom, which was fun. Because I wanted at least one of our sons to be like the diplomatic type to just keep on the legacy that way. And Miri was mentioned, which I wanted Miri to be like the analytical, tactical, very straight to the point type of person, aspiring mechanic type of thing, just playing on Arkara's weird sense for tech in the first campaign. So that's carried on a bit as well, but we might see more of Miri later.
Miri, you will see more of, yes.
We promise not to
because
get her killed.
Miri
You
will
better.
see more of. Yes.
Mama Arkara gonna kill us.
Yeah, season 3.
Just
Season
flatten
3,
you all.
Arkara's revenge.
Nathan's just like, I'm out. I'm moving to a different galaxy. Screw this. I'm going to
I
Andromeda.
hear there's a vacancy in blue.
Yes. Man.
What I think I've explained to Jesse about what happened with Palaven and Trebius Space. Clearly, that kind of sort of influenced the whole Solarian Redvenophage, because as Kesh and Drac sort of expressed, they saw the Palaven thing as karma. They said that they felt that the Krogan race was almost completely wiped out purposely by the Solarians and the Turians, and therefore, seeing this event occur, they thought that the Turians were finally getting their comeuppance. What are your thoughts on that?
Arkara is suspecting something bigger, considering what she's been through. She's suspecting something shitty is going down and someone's to blame somewhere, but it's not. She really doesn't think it's karma. It's just that the universe is a shitty place and all you can do is try to make it better. So she's just going to keep going with that line of thinking and try to improve relations where she can. And if she can help figure out what the fuck did this, then she will try to do that, because she's been down this galaxy-wide changing thing before. So,
and when she does deal with it, it'll be called our karma. It'll be
Nice.
yes, sorry.
Nathan
you are
jumps into a
fantastic
thresher mob
today.
pit.
I love it.
Nathan jumps into the nearest thresher mob pit after that pun. Nope.
Roll for pun. Nathan rolls a 1.
Dead.
I mean, it's kind of fitting that the moment Akara gets back in it, the moment Jesse gets back in the campaign, there's tanks. People and tanks. It just had to be.
She's pretty traumatized with all these fucking tanks around, yeah.
Yeah, I think Vito got traumatized this time around as well. Oh, tanks.
They traumatize everybody.
Yep.
I think that's one of the reasons she went easy on Vito as well, because she probably noticed how Vito reacted around all that, because she was there to hear when the outburst, like, can't we save them, and that kind of stuff. So she probably showed some sympathies there, yeah.
Yeah, because like a lot was happening at the same time, and I couldn't really get my thoughts all that out. But yeah, Vito, I guess someone who's going to be a parent as a Solarian as well. Like he would like to see these kids at least like live what they have, live what how long they have, actually like live a comfortable life, not just stay in tanks for a couple of years. You know, he would like to see them happy at least for how long they can be. And yeah, it was definitely something there.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can join you next time, and if there's ever like a chance for Vito and Arkara to talk about what happened, I think that Arkara will show some very motherly sympathies there. She just comes from it from another perspective, but yeah, if they hadn't a chance to talk about it, Arkara would have definitely been there, like, yeah, I'm a parent too, I know what you're going through, kind of thing.
Well, Nathan's just over here like, I don't really have much connections to many people. Like, he lost the only person he really cared about in the Trebia incident, so he's just kind of, he is quite literally the wanderer right now. Yeah, like when Nathan turned up here and like there was all the Solarian tanks and all this stuff, I think Astra got it before everybody else did because of the way he reacted. But once it hit, I was like, you know what? As much as Nathan doesn't care about what happens to him anymore, I think that he would entirely understand that the galaxy does not need any more conflict in it. Not right now. So, you know, solving this issue while helping Arkara mend bridges with the Solarians, that was something that I think he'll be proud of for a very long time.
Yeah, definitely. But I kind of understand you with the whole Wanderer thing as well, because Arkara was there in the last campaign in many ways, because it was like her only link to anything was Mridi and Chias, basically. So I'm looking forward to seeing where Nathan goes from here.
Well, if he wasn't here with these people, he probably would be doing this anyway. He'd just be doing it on his own, which probably wouldn't last very long, considering he'd probably end up dead somewhere. But there you go. Yeah, it's interesting to see how Nathan's bureaucracy actually is pretty up to par. I was quite surprised at my own ability to be a bureaucrat because I hate bureaucracy personally. But there you go.
We're both playing to our weaknesses then, because I really don't like kids. I'm really not a mother person. I'm not nurturing in that way, but it's interesting to play our Carl in that way, because yeah, it's interesting to explore other perspectives.
Meanwhile, I'm desperately trying not to play Vito the same way I played Charlie, because I'm a very socially awkward person. And then slowly, as I go, Vito's getting more and more awkward, and I'm like, no, that's not who you're supposed to be.
I mean, Arkara wasn't supposed to be this way either when I played her in the first campaign. She was a lot quieter than I had planned her to be. So I feel you that way, because it's hard to break out of habits and form.
Mm. I'm enjoying playing somebody who has a short temper, because I don't know if you noticed Nathan's outburst at Rex, but sorry, not Rex, Drac. If Drac had said something else, Nathan would not have stopped until Drac was dead, no matter how long that took him. So it was lucky that, in a way, it was lucky that Dia dealt with that first, because as much as Nathan wouldn't like Nathan was originally going to shatter that Krogan guard, but then when he realized that Akara was here, you know, as much as angry as he felt right then and there, he realized, okay, I need to not come off as somebody who's here to kill people. But if Drac had started spewing something about Turians and how they deserved everything then and there, he would have just, it would have been very difficult for him to think rationally with that thought in his head.
Yeah, Vito too, honestly. Like, Dia reacted pretty quick, but yeah, Vito would have started screaming, because Man, that was like a really low hit there. Like all
That
of
was
our
way
characters.
below the belt. That was way below the belt.
Oh yeah. I mean, apart from gimmick, all of our characters have like
History.
something to do with Paladin, history with Paladin, and in Vito's case, he had like history with Paladin and this whole thing. So, uh, yeah, everyone was angry beyond reasons. It was great.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on the Aethon cluster situation?
It's intriguing. Like I actually kind of forgot that the Aethon cluster was like a one-way system between Trebia and Aethon. Like I thought that you know, I didn't know that there was only one way in and out of there. Like most places have multiple ways in and out. So when you said that, I'm like, okay, that's kind of terrifying in every sense. And I like the Volus. I think the Volus are a very underrated race. I think they need to be in more things. But you know, as much as Nathan understands that he's here for revenge or the truth, either way, saving people who are still alive takes priority. So if he can help with that, he would.